Hi, Teddy Holder.
What's up, man?
Not much. I appreciate the time and Alan Searcy for setting it up. So thanks for doing the interview today. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Oh, yeah, thanks, man. You had me worried for a second. I thought somebody, I might have double booked somebody. I was like, shit.
No,
supposed to be in one here.
no, it's all good. First of all, I want to congratulate you on the big win over Thiago Silva last weekend in Phoenix, Arizona. And originally you were supposed to fight the Honey Bear JQ, and I'm going to put myself over a little when I say I predicted you to win that fight too. I just didn't know you were going to get a change of opponent. Obviously, neither did you. So what exactly happened there? What all went down?
Well, apparently, Matt Hamill got sick, man. There's an IHOP up the road that, he ate at or something, got a stomach virus. So I have no idea. I ate there twice. I saw Ali, the matchmaker eat there after the fights too, and, we didn't have any problems. So I don't know what he ate, but, you never know. But, like 3 o'clock is when we were supposed to head to the venue to get wrapped up and warmed up and everything, start for the main card. Everybody's supposed to be over there. And, I'm getting ready to get some food and, to take with me so I can have to eat. And, Ali talked to me and was like, I got an opportunity for you, would you fight Thiago Silva? And I was like, let me talk to my corners, man, my coaches and my managers, and I'll get back to you. It was a big opportunity. They saw it as a big opportunity. Just told me to take it. I had nothing to lose, and, I probably knocked him out anyway. They always said I could knock out anybody in the world at body heavyweight if I just get a hold of him. So just went from there, called Ali back, and told him I'd take the fight.
Yeah, well, they were right about that. They said you could knock out anybody in the world if you get a hold of him. You got a hold of Thiago Silva, and you put a hurting on him, and he was the favorite going into the original fight with Matt Hamill, but I don't think anybody expected that change of opponent, change of situation, Hamill getting sick, and all of a sudden here you are in the spotlight, and you got the biggest win. I would consider it the biggest win of your career. Maybe you consider a previous win of your career, but this was nationally televised on NBC Sports, so that's got to be a pretty good feeling.
Yeah, it feels good, man. Actually, when I joined the World Series fight, man, the only reason why I joined was because I know they had, top level guys. They had Andre Arlovsky back then when I first signed, and Rumble Johnson, man. So I always, wanted to fight the better guys. I actually was supposed to fight Matt Hamill last August. I got the contract and everything else, and he retired right before the fight was supposed to happen. So it's kind of irritating that I didn't force it in the tournament already anyways, because, I had agreed to fight for the guys I wanted to fight for the names, and they were going to let me fight them anyway. So I thought, with Matt Hamill coming back, I should have got the first deal done as well anyway.
Right, so maybe
it all worked out.
that might actually happen down the road. Maybe he won't get sick at IHOP the next time, and you'll end up fighting Matt Hamill somewhere along the line, because you've got one more fight now to go in the tournament, and you could be the light heavyweight champion.
Yeah, just one more fight. That's crazy. Been signed for a year, like 3 or 4 fights have fallen through, just some crazy stuff has happened, and, one fight in, I replaced, Matt Hamill for Thiago Silva, and then, so one fight now, it'll be my second fight, I'll be fighting for the belt. It's kind of crazy, man. It's like a Cinderella story.
If you have to pick a preference between AngryMarks or David Branch, which of those two guys would you rather fight for the belt?
I like to fight Ronnie Marks, actually. Not taking anything from David Branch or Ronnie Marks himself. But last when I was supposed to fight Matt Hamill, I think actually last summer they tried to find me another fighter to fight, and I started training by then. It felt like a month out, and I had family and things, so I was like, screw it, I ain't gonna go hard to try to get injured and had to work with the injury. So I took some time off at the end because I figured it'd be a while before I had another fight. And they came back and asked me would I fight Ronnie Marks. I don't know, like 20 days notice. And I was like, calling everybody again. And because my cardio has always been suspect. And, I've always worried about that because I never go out of the first round. So they didn't necessarily think it was a good idea. And also such short notice because I would have to train hard. So I didn't expect that fight, but, I wish I could have. I wish, I would have stayed ready and, been able to take that fight. I might have already been on the mount. So that's why I want to fight Ronnie Marks.
All right, well, you laid out a good reason for it, but you just said yourself you're not sure about your cardio, and I guess I can understand that because, like you said, every fight you've had has been a first-round fight, and you've won 9 out of 10 of them. So what do you think is the future for you with the long fight? Are you doing anything to work on the cardio?
Dude, I do more cardio than I ever have. I try to, make sure that cardio is going to be there. Like with the Thiago fight, man, my cardio felt on point. I felt great. Not winning, kept me cool. As long as I keep my cool and don't hold my breath, I should be fine. I think my cardio is. I train with a lot of guys that they go to decisions a lot in 5 round, like 3 round, 5 round fights, and their cardio is still good, and I hang with them, and never quit with them. So I actually think my cardio is okay. Like I should be able to go 3 to 5 rounds pretty hard and maintain it, but without experience, man, you just never know, and it's always going to weigh in the back of your mind. You just always go less than 5 minutes, and if you get taken in the second round and the third round, fourth round, how's my cardio going to hold up? But I'm definitely going to focus on cardio a lot lately. Make sure I can go, 5 rounds, good rounds, because this is going to be a 5 round fight. It won't be my first 5 round fight, but it'll be my first 5 round fight as a pro. So it's going to be a lot of fighting if it does go 5 rounds, and I want to make sure that I'm really prepared for it.
Well, speaking of which, I know only your pro record. I know since 2008 you've been competing in the sport, but what got you into mixed martial arts, and what amateur experience did you have before you made your big-time debut?
What got me into the sport, man, I used to play football, so, it was a way to me pick up my injury, I guess. So, after a while, I wanted to, compete, be able to do something like that. I was an athlete always, so it was kind of hard not to be competitive. But, I remember watching the first Ultimate Fighters, the first couple of seasons, and, sitting around college and, not having anything to do, I was like, man, I could do that. I think I honestly could do it. So, I was in TSU majoring in nursing. And, a little bit of school goes a long way. So I was there for 2 years, and I got in touch with some guys after watching a couple of fights, and, just tried to get into it. Went to my first show with them. Trained for 3 weeks and had my first amateur MMA fight.
All right. So, what was your amateur record before you turned pro?
9-3. All pretty much first round finishes. Never won in the first round as a amateur either. The only losses I sustained was nobody wanted to fight me anymore around local scene, so I had to travel a lot, and I took fights with guys that weighed over 100 pounds to fight. And the only reason why I lost those fights is they got me down. I could get them off of me. It's kind of hard when you got a guy that's almost 400 pounds on top of you, just move around, weigh in at 205.
Yeah, it'd be like what they said on one of those Ultimate Fighter seasons about trying to get Roy Nelson off of you. It'd be like trying to get the moon off of you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
He's kind of a big guy too, so it ain't like he got some space. His low as a bed or whatever. It's like sucks to you, it just lays there.
Yeah. Well, thankfully you're not taking fights like that anymore now that you've turned pro. You're getting all guys in your weight class and all guys that are fit and ready to go. And Thiago Silva certainly looked fit and ready to go, but man, that punch you caught him with and he just started wobbling around. I was like, this is going to happen. This is going to be the upset of the night, and nobody saw this coming, and this whole tournament's been shaken up now. So what did World Series of Fighting say to you after that?
Afterwards, man, Ray Sefo and Ali all came up to me like, man, congratulations on the hell of a fight. It was pretty cool, man. I talked to him for a little bit. Ray Sefo came back up to me later on at night. I was outside my room. I couldn't sleep, man. I was all amped up, and was on social media trying to thank everybody for their support. And he stopped, came up to me, like, shook my hand and told me it was a great fight. I started to appreciate it. So it was cool. It was nice.
You got a lot of respect out of that. You got respect from Silva, respect from World Series of Fighting, respect from the MMA community, and the people who even doubted you, like my co-host here on Glove Up or Shut Up. I got to rib him about that now after this interview. I'm like, yeah, you backed the wrong pony in this fight. You should have known a guy 8-1 with all first-round finishes was going to come in there and do something special.
Yeah, man, I don't blame anybody taking Thiago, man. I would have picked him if I was somebody. I don't think I would have picked him to murder me like some people did, but a punch has always got a chance. So I don't think I would have just, predicted a slaughter like I saw some predictions. But I would have picked Thiago myself, man, honestly.
Well, that's humble of you to say, but now that you're in this position, and like I said before, you're just one fight away, do you feel like you're a World Series fighter for life, or do you feel like this is a platform to even bigger things going forward?
Everybody, any fighter that says that they want to go to UFC is ball-faced liar, in my opinion. So, no, I mean, it is what it is. What else is a fight? You know, I want to be here. I really do. Of course, I want to go to UFC. Who wouldn't? But I want the UFC when it's the right time. I don't want to just go to. I just get my ass beat and I'm a 1 fight or 2 fight done and I just choke. I want to be well prepared and experienced. So I want to take the time and opportunity to look for the World Series fighting and fight guys that have been there that had success in the UFC and other big promotions that fought top guys in the world too. So when I do get there, if I do, by the grace of God, that I'm ready. I'm not just going to be, you know, a little firecracker that just fizzles out and just boom, it's over for me. So when I get there, I want to stay there.
Right. You don't want to make that big splash where you're the champion of some other promotion and you come in and you lose your first fight. We've seen that happen to a lot of guys that have made the jump to UFC and then everybody's like, oh, what was the hype all about? But it's a lot of pressure when you make that debut.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure anywhere at a big organization first fight, especially for mine. And I hadn't fought 19 months. I was already nervous enough. And last minute is, oh, you're fighting Thiago Silva. I'm like, oh, great. Okay, cool.
I suppose in that situation when you had short time notice to worry about it, it's like actually better that you find out in that respect because if you had 2 weeks or a month to prepare about it, you might have been super nervous. But at that point, you're already trained, you're already ready to take a fight. What can you do?
Yeah. But I don't know. You know, there's pros and cons to that. You know, looking at both ways. It's, if you know you're going to fight it for 4 months or so, you know, you're going to prepare hard because you know it's going to be Thiago, man. He ain't going to back down. He's, you know, it's Thiago Silva. I mean, you're gonna you know play your ass off, but you know somebody if you fight somebody that like Jake Hewin or somebody like that, no disrespect to Jake, you know, he's not gonna be that big of a profile fight. You don't think it's gonna be that hard of a fight either because he's like me. He's not fighting anybody like that high profile, and you just don't know what's gonna happen. So you don't really have that much amp and motivation to prepare because you don't really think he's just going to murder me.
Well, now in this case, you're going to know full on before you even get the fight. It's either Marks or Branch, so there's no way you're not going to train enough for that fight. In fact, the one thing I'd worry about...
The one thing
I was
overtrained.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you, is how do you stop yourself from overtraining for that fight?
You know, you're going to have to ice baths, everything, massages, chiropractors. I'm going to try to, everything to keep my body in shape, man. Just that's one thing you don't want to do is have an injury, and it keeps you from training hard and puts you a couple steps back when he might be out in the camp and he's not injured. So I'm going to try to keep everything in line, man. I have a full-time job. I don't train full-time. I'm probably going to, take some time off that, do some traveling, train with other camps, get some good training in, and do the best I can. I'm just going to take some time off. Not right now. I got stitches in my head, but I'm out this week. But next week I'm back in the gym. I wish I could have been back this week, and I would have been. But yeah, you got to take care of your body, man. That's the way it goes.
Absolutely. Take care of your body and get ready for that next fight because it's going to be a huge one, and I know I'll be covering it, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. But before we wrap it up today, I want to give you this chance, this new platform that you've got to expand upon all your partners that you want to thank, all your social media plugs you want to get out there, anything you want to shout out.
I've heard a lot about this, man, but first I want to thank God. Everybody is commenting on that. It's kind of hard to be humble sometimes, and I wish more people were. But I give my respect to God, man, because without Him blessing the abilities I have, I wouldn't be doing this. That's no way. You got to be a different kind of breed to do stuff like this. And I wish more people would, give it up to Him. Maybe they will one day. But I want to thank all my friends and family that have been there from the beginning. I want to thank my new fans. I hope I make them proud and everybody else as well. I hope all my fights are exciting, and they like to watch me fight and continue to watch me fight. I want to thank my sponsors and everybody that's helped me along the way, man. All my coaches, my friends, my corners, anybody that's ever had anything to do with me, with fighting, and helping me out when I was low, and just keeping me motivated, and just keep doing what I'm doing.
All right, and they can follow you on Twitter too, right? At Teddy_Holder.
Yeah, Twitter is at Teddy_Holder, yes.
All right. Well, you're going to have a lot more followers after that fight. I'm sure your phone started blowing up that night with all the new mentions and follows you got on Twitter. It must have been pretty
Oh
crazy.
God, it was crazy, crazy man. I think I had over 600 friend requests on Facebook too, and Twitter was blowing up. Facebook blew up a little bit more than Twitter, but man, my phone has not stopped going off.
Yeah, you probably just had to turn it off and set it aside for a while, but it's going to keep happening now that you're on that big platform. So, Teddy, I want to thank you for the time today. You're very humble, very gracious fighter. I appreciate it, and continued success inside the Decagon and anywhere else you fight. So, best of luck to you going forward.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate the time, and yeah, you know, you want to interview me. I appreciate it.